Okay, let's talk about Warren Buffett. I want to talk about this guy, right? Because I used to look up to him because he's the wealthiest man on earth. Like, he's a billionaire, and he's best friend with Bill Gates. Jeez, my friend don't like him because he actually doesn't teach how to be rich. But most people in the world are trying to get rich quick scheme. That's what they're trying to do, right? So the reason why I look up to him because when he was young, he went to Omaha Library and he read every book on business. And he had a mentor by the man named Benjamin Graham. And then when he took a course by Dale Carnegie and he went to church by Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. It was in his biography or autobiography, I don't remember, but it was cool. Anyway, and this book is for kids, right? But it could be for authors, entrepreneurs, marketers, whatever. It's very simple to learn, read, and it's very helpful because we don't think about investing in ourselves first. We invest in the things first. Like we live outside in instead of inside out. So let's talk about it. The more you learn, the more you earn. Now, most people, when they think of it's money. When they think about this, they think about money. I think in another way. The more you learn, the more you will earn in the respect of your customer, your friends, authors, your peers, and your audience. Right? The more you put in more, invest in yourself, the more you will earn in new experience, new thinking, new possibilities, and new imagination. Because in hell no way that most people live their life in a rut, meaning that they do the same thing and they don't see a difference in their life. They're not growing the way they wanted to. They're not experiencing the way they wanted to. Meaning that the reason why is because we have this notion that you need to have experience to live a better life. But what happened is that what if the experience is causing you the things that you don't want to experience? That is not reaching your full potential. When you learn and when you learn more, you get the ability to reach the potential that you could have been reaching when you were educated in this school. But that's what happened, that school didn't teach you to reach something inside of you, right? Tahudi Madra talk about you're inculcated. They put things inside of you instead of pulling something outside of you. Education should pull something of value in the human being out of you. The skills that you could have been learning. The more you learn, the more skills you can develop. The more broader that your thinking is, to reach a higher level that you never thought about, to experience the things that you want to experience. That's what knowledge can do for you. But what happens oftentimes is people don't think about that. People think, oh, it's about the money. And no, the more you learn, the more. Let's talk about Brian Tracy. Talk about when you sharpen your mind, every time you gain knowledge, to help other people, you increase your value. Now, the reason why you need to do this is to become a demand for what you do. Supply and demand, right? When you increase the value that you have on yourself to teach other people, and people see that it can and it working, and people come to you for that piece of nugget, that piece of knowledge, the expertise. And you might not see that right away. Many people won't see, when they read the book. I didn't see that. I read a whole bunch of books, didn't have the immediate effect. But you see the return on investment day after day. And it is return in friendship, relationship, the respect of your peers, your friends, or, when the knowledge helped me to gain experience in things that I want to experience that I never knew that it costs you to see a new perspective of life. That's what books do. It opens the gate to knowing something that you don't know. You think you know, but you don't know, because we don't have that possibility mindset. So let's talk about that. Every time when you read or learn something, you're increasing your ability to succeed in life. Because we all want to become successful. And there are things that I wrote down that we need of, right? So, hold up. So, be smarter at the end of the day than you were at the beginning. Every time you invest in yourself, you want to wake up at the end. Okay, I know Ty Lopez talked about this, but I forgot it. So, you want to, every day, you want to become smarter than you were before you were yesterday. When you go to sleep and when you wake up, you start replenishing your knowledge, right? Because everything that we know will be obsolete. And so that's what I mean. You gotta be keeping. So I think that this is a long life learning. We're always gonna be a student. We're always gonna be growing and learning. And there's always something that we miss, that we don't know, and that could be the key component to our success. And success could either help you move forward when you keep not just thinking about success, but becoming successful in any area of our life. So let's talk about it. The experience of others is the best classroom you will ever find. When you learn from others outside of your family, you will want to choose mentor who will behave the way you want to behave through your life. That's why I choose mentors and authors to guide me, because I don't know. And when they're guiding me and I get to teach that to others, and I become very valuable to your eyes, to the audience. So I choose people, right? Lenon Honor. He is a very successful man in relationship, and he teaches about manhood, about family, about providing services to your family and your wife. And that's a very good indicator of success, because most people don't have that. So I go toward for him for that. That's why I look up for him for that, because he knows the road ahead. And the things that he teaches is the right thing and the correct way to have that type of level of success. That's what I want. So I look up for him for that. For either Owen Video, Daryl Eve, or Roberto Blake, James Whitmore, they know of video marketing and they know how to build YouTube content to build their business. I look up for them for that. Or Evan Carmichael, or whoever. Because, Evan Carmichael knows the road ahead for YouTube because he have millions of subscribers. I look up to Joe Rogan, Brian Rose, and what's her name? It's very I forgot the name right now, but she's very good at interviewing people. I mean, look, I watch Larry King, because if I want to become good at what I do, like interviewing, I want to look at the best of the best people who are good at interviewing, right? They know something that I don't know about interviewing. Like, can I make this interview better, right? Brian Rose know it because he done so many of them. Joe Rogan done so many of them. And of course, Oprah Winfrey, she done so many of them. So think about this. You need, in every area of our life, my life, because I'm always learning, that we need mentor, different type of mentor. We need different type. Let's like this. I can't talk about, let me say, when it comes to martial arts, you got to look for, or Kung Fu, you look for either the people who know the road ahead, the Kung Fu masters, right? Whether they're Pacific for Wing Chun, Chole Fut, or Muay Thai, or Karate, they have a specific area of that. You go for them for that. Just like bodybuilders. They have Brandon Carter, Elliot Hose. Well, he's not a bodybuilder anymore, but Elliot Hose. People who have done what you wanted to do. What else? I'm trying to think. But in general, we should always replenish knowledge that we don't know about. And we should have a different type of knowledge to increase our value, so we can help the audience to increase their value too, not just ours. And then we push the human race forward. I think that's the greatest thing that we could ever do. So that's why I think that when people talk about, oh, we need experience, but the problem is that's a trap, because when you, Ty Lopez always talk about that you don't have who I think Brian Tracy said that it's gonna take you a long, I don't know what, I forgot what he said, but it's gonna take you a long time to experience life like that by trial and error. So you need to cut the learning curve to speed up the experience, the knowledge, the imagination, to get where you want to go. That's it. I'll see you guys next time.